Hi, Kate Crouch here at the Missoula Art Museum for Embodied Engagement. Today we are looking at a piece by Molly Murphy Adams, who works in fiber arts and beadwork. A lot of her pieces are topographic, and here we can see the beadwork has both what is reminiscent of the river and as well reminiscent of both footprints and, in the black beadwork, the topography itself. So this collection is love letters, and in love letters there have been folks like you and me who have written an actual love letter to the work of art. So feel free to come down here and see for yourself what the different stories and connections these pieces of work have made on individuals' lives. We're going to experience this work with a few different sections. The first is going to be just grounding ourselves while I read the love letter to Forced North. And then we are going to practice our own mindful walking meditation. So one thing that would work for you at home is to clear out a space where you can practice mindful walking, followed by a meditation that you can either do reclined or you could do seated. So to begin with, we're going to ground ourselves so that we're feeling comfortable in your own body, in your own place, therefore able to listen to the words and the experience of someone else, and allowing the feelings, emotions that are going to naturally arise bubble to the surface, but still having a connection to your own space so we don't drift away. Start with the feet firmly connected to the ground. Maybe close the eyes and roll through the neck. Feeling balance between the front and back sides of your body, the left and right side of the body. Maybe placing a hand to the chest or the belly as you connect with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the coolness of breath travel through the nostrils into the body, and releasing any excess heat softly out through the mouth. Once your body feels cool and calm, heavily weighted in the feet, aware of the surroundings, and just allow pictures to come across the screen of the mind, allowing emotions to bubble to the surface, still feeling grounded and connected to your space. Dear Force North, May 4th, 2020. Topographically drawn deep red mountains, a modern-day winter count depicting a journey, a story, the same for almost every tribe. Their route charted in golden, sun-yellow, straight, strikingly direct, with so much at stake and with so much familiarity with the landscape, landmarks, this land. Take, for comparison, the circuitous route selected by the river. Playful, periwinkle, moving wherever, whenever, no one in pursuit, no reason to rush, no one's life on the line. But make no mistake, lives were indeed on the line. Each pause for breath, unrestful. Each camping spot, the lightest sleep. Your mind's eye on the subtle rise-fall of your child's chest. Their face, their hair, soft in slumber. There tomorrow, unknowable. While gazing at a Paul Cézanne painting in France, Rainer Maria Rilke arrived at the conclusion that surely all art is the result of one's having been in danger. I believe this is true for so much of what we removed from this first-personness of particular journey. This was not my tribe that was forced north, pursued by the U.S. military, day and night, and day, one after the next. Nor was it my European ancestors, soldiered pursuing not the British-born Quaker or Highlander Scot, not the French couple or the Austrian girl brought here by her parents, nor the Dutchman recently returned from South Africa. Though it was not them who pursued it, it was they, I, who would benefit. Though it was not you who pursued, it was you who would benefit from these forced removals, this clearing of space. This textile and the story it tells repeatedly calls me back, beckoning without words. My eyes meet this scene and I feel the narrative as blackbirds tangled in my body, throat, tension, anticipation, and dread, the stopping dread in your tracks that happens when you know the next 150 years of the story past the edges of textile. This story told on blood-red flannel. In Conflict Resolution for Holy Beings, Joy Harjo writes, for any spark to make song, it must be transformed by pressure. There must be unspeakable need, muscle of belief, and wild, unknowable elements. I am singing a song that can only be sung after losing a country. Thank you, Forced North, for reminding us of this story, of our story, of American settler colonialism, the mixed up and messed up, the overlooked or forgotten, the snapshot of past, present, the edges of what's known, what's knowable, and the still unwritten future. XOXO, Heather Cahoon. Feeling the weight of the body, feeling the emotions, perhaps the pitter-patter of your own heart. We'll slowly allow the body to shift weight, imagining this step forward and then taking it, followed by another. Feeling the breath move the body forward with an inhale and shifting on an exhale. Taking your time, feeling the weight of the tracks, perpetuating yourself forward, forward, forward. Maybe taking your own little circuitous route rather than a circle, a zigzag. Allowing yourself to feel the weight of the body and the breath traveling. And we'll take 5 more steps. And then when you're ready, coming back to stillness and feeling grounded. Go ahead and blink the eyes open. Taking a moment to feel the connection with your soft walking and the tracks as they travel across this landscape. Knowing it's okay to have anxiety when looking at this work or having a deep sensation of dread, maybe, after listening to the love letter. And then allow yourself to come back to our current state of affairs. Knowing what's playing out right now, shifts and changes, and maybe some hope. Feel free to make yourself comfortable on the ground or seated. Letting the eyes close, perhaps connecting back, hand on the belly and feeling the breath. As you inhale coolness and exhale heat. So I'll invite you to just watch whatever comes up across the screen of the mind, to watch it like you're watching a movie that you're not very interested in. As we transition into this meditation, allow the body to feel heavy. And then noticing the tips of the toes, tips of the fingers, palms of the hands, feet, the knees and backs of the knees, hips, belly button, shoulder blades, pit of the throat, forehead, tongue, inner ear, pelvis, armpits, nape of the neck. Feeling the rise and fall of the body with an inhale and exhale. And then allow your attention and awareness to focus on the sensation of floating. Perhaps floating in your favorite river, pond, lake, bathtub. Allow the body to sink into the sensation of floating. Feeling the buoyancy underneath the spine, armpits, the back of the head, legs. Feeling cool, fresh breath traveling into the body. Warm air exiting. And with this sensation of floating, notice what pictures come up. Perhaps traveling or stillness. Become curious. Is it day or night? Are you remembering or creating? We'll take 5 thoughtful breaths here. Allowing the body to have the sensation of floating in water. And then when you feel ready, feel free to stay as long as you would like. Transitioning out of this floating practice when it's ready for you. Or Grounding yourself back down by imagining the floor, the ceiling, and the four walls around you, beginning to wiggle through the fingers and toes. Maybe looking left and right, or a full stretch, a twist. And slowly, again, with our last time together, looking at this together. Allow yourself to feel the connection, the conversation that the artist is relaying to us, the looker. I hope you're able to enjoy this piece, knowing a little bit of its story, and also, hopefully, a little bit of connection and comfort in the journey that this artist has taken, and perhaps connecting with that. When you feel ready, transitioning to the rest of your day. Thank you very much for joining me for Embodied Engagement with Forced North here at the Missoula Art Museum.